New from Second Sight Films on 4K and Blu-ray limited edition set is The Florida Project. Now, this is a film that I saw when it came out. It deeply affected me, loved it. Getting a chance to revisit it again is both exciting and daunting at the same time, because it's one of those movies that has a real effect on me. This is kind of set in the shadow of Disney World. We've got 6-year-old Mooney and her mother, Haley, who live in the Magic Castle Motel, struggling to make ends meet, trying to get by. This is a pastel-coloured budget motel just off the highway to Disneyland, and it's all about a world of Mooney during this summer as she is having an adventure, as she's enjoying life, making friends with new residents. But for Haley, it's a battle to survive, making the money, keeping her family together, and hopefully just moving by one obstruction and hitting the next.
Oh my God, this is unacceptable. I failed as a mother, Mooney. You've disgraced me.
Yeah, Mom, you're disgraced.
It's one of those wonderful child performances that's so natural, that's so full of life, of energy, of feeling, that puts you right into this place where we are. And it's all shot from these low angles as well to start with. Whenever we're with Mooney, as we see her life, as we see her dealing with other people, as we see her making friends, going about the world and doing their own thing. And it's kind of carefree and fun, and you're watching these kids do silly things, having fun, getting in trouble. And it's when you meet Haley and you see the world that she is in, and you see the life that she's building for herself and her daughter, and you see how chaotic and destructive and disturbing it can be, it really hits home in such a way that it just drives my anxiety through the roof. But this is all about the childhood innocence and the harsh reality of life. You know, you've got Minnie, you have Haley, you've got those two different people, how she's not really taking on ownership of Minnie's life at certain aspects, but at another point she's happy to go with. She'll use her child to make a point. She'll lavish praise on her to infuriate someone else. She won't really chastise her. She doesn't do the things that she should be doing, and she's more interested in having still her own life, as though she's single, but she's not. She can't have both of these things, and it leads her down a path of making some really drastic choices through not being able to have much more options, and that's kind of horrible as well. And of course, that juxtaposition of Disney World, the place where dreams are made, where families go together to have fun and an experience, and in the shadow of that, you have the invisible poor, the people who are just struggling to get by day to day, to make a buck, to have food to eat, clothes to wear, and it's a really shocking moment.
It's complicated, baby.
But why?
I can't get arrested again.
Could we go for ice cream?
One of the best performers in the film is Willem Dafoe, and here he is just playing an everyday guy. Bobby, the man who manages this motel, and there is, again, a duality within this character. He's stuck between loyalty for his job and compassion as a human. You know, he sees things that aren't quite right and tries to kind of guide people, but ultimately he's a man doing a job and it's not his responsibility. But you can see the weight that the effects have on him, and it can be shocking at points.
I'm going to take you to another family.
I'm going to take you to a nice family where you're going to be okay just for a little while. Is that okay?
Oh, I don't want to.
Mooney?
I don't want
Mooney,
to go.
I
don't
know.
want to go.
This film is a profound example of social realism. You get to see it through the eyes of a child. That perspective is both liberating and tragic at the same time. And it's one of those films where I sit down and watch it, and I know that I am going to have that deep-seated terror, the fear in my stomach that something's just wrong. People shouldn't have to live in this. But the film really paints that picture and really has that wonderful effect. Terrific movie, absolute standout, something that everybody should see. Let's dive into the disc, have a look at the extras. Here is the hard box case for the Florida project with the wonderful colour scheme that they have. Inside is all the goodies. Here is the 4K UHD and the 2 Blu-rays that come with the set and the image on the back of the box. Here are 8 art cards that are included within the set. They all seem to be of behind the scenes images as they were creating this wonderful film. And here is the 160-page book that comes with it. This is a behemoth full of great essays, articles, factoids and other information, as well as behind the scenes pictures. It is terrific. Here we are in the disc for the Florida project. There is a lot of extras here, so we'll try and get through them all as quick as we can. We have a commentary with the director, the co-writer and the director of photography. We've got a second commentary with Kat Ellinger and Martin Quintero. We have success story, an interview with director Sean Baker, which is my favourite extra on this disc. It goes for 34 minutes 48 seconds. He is so succinct in what he's saying. The information is terrific, and there is a lot of information along with this one. We have Playing Within the Frame, interview with actor Willem Dafoe, which is 20 minutes 8 seconds, which really talks about how he was fascinated by Baker's filmmaking and really wanted to be part of one of his films. We've got an interview with actor Bria Vinaite. This is 27 minutes 52 seconds and just goes all through the process of getting the job, how she never acted before. Then we have an interview with all 3 of the kids in the movie, which is 20 minutes 17 seconds. And then we have individual conversations with Brooklynn Prince, which is 20 minutes 17 seconds, with Valeria Cotto, which is 7 minutes 51, and with Christopher Rivera, which is 6 minutes 36 seconds. And we finish off this disc with an interview with the co-writer of the film, which runs for 20 minutes 23 seconds, and it's all about the sort of gestation of the project, how they first came up with the idea, how they kind of wrote the script, how they kind of put it on the back shelf and came back to it later on to the actual production of it. That's the extras for disc 1. Here we are in disc 2. This is even more rammed than the first disc. We have Clearing the Bush, interview with producer Andrew Duncan, which is 50 minutes 18 seconds, which is a great talking head, talking about coming onto the project, getting it up and running, working with a budget, things falling apart at the last minute where a big actor walked out 2 weeks to go. Great information here. Again, we have a different way of shooting, interview with producers Kevin Chinoy and Francesca Silvestri, and this runs for 19 minutes 52 seconds. It's a great talking head, just talking about coming out of the project, working with Baker in his previous movies and how they get into the business. Then we have A Sense of Imagination, interview with acting coach Samantha Kwan. This is 60 minutes 27 seconds, and it's really nice hearing from a different perspective on a film set, working with the kids, working with Bria, and how to really get authenticity within their roles. Hotel to Home, interview with Reverend Mary Lee Downey, is terrific. It's 30 minutes 55 seconds, and it's all about the whole project which you see in the movie. Streets of 192, interview with casting coordinator Patty Wiley, which is 6 minutes 43 seconds, and it's just kind of fun how she wanted to be involved with the project, had no idea where it involved, and then realising what she had to do. Back to the Castle is an on location with the 3 kids in the film. It's 16 minutes 21 seconds. We have Wretched Splendour, Rohan Spong on the Florida project, which is a kind of visual essay all about the themes and the ideas within the film. Then we have Under the Rainbow, the making of the Florida project, which is 22 minutes 1 second. We have archival cast and crew interviews, which total 49 minutes 6 seconds, and a blooper out reel, which is 2 minutes 43. That's the extras for the Florida project. There we have it. The Florida project. It's a radiant, devastating slice of life. A film that finds magic in the margins and heartbreak in the sunshine. This is wonderful. It's not to be missed. It is a terrific 5 out of 5 film and something that you should be definitely picking up. I'd love to know if you've seen the Florida Project, if you love it, if you hate it, if you feel somewhere in the middle. Did you pick up the limited edition set? Are you going for just the Blu-ray, just the 4K? Let me know in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box are links to Patreon, membership program, mandfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.